Hello there. Welcome again to another episode of Inspired Moment with Jumoke. My name is Jumoke Olagunju, and this program is powered by the Inspired Design School of Fashion. It's a weekly program where I upload different DIY projects on dressmaking, shoemaking, bag making, accessories. If this is your first time joining us, check us on YouTube. Go back to the previous videos. You're going to learn a lot. And remember to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any of our previous classes. And if you would like to join the Telegram channel specifically created for this group, I'll drop the link below. Also, for those who are interested in joining our online dressmaking course, it's fully online and is a complete course on dressmaking. It's not just teaching you about how to make specific style. It's a complete course on dressmaking. I'll also drop the link below so that you can get the details of the class. Today we'll be learning how to make this cowl top. Last week we learned how to make a cowl kaftan. So a cowl or drape can be on any part of the bodies. It can be on the sleeve, it can be on the bodies, and this one is on the neckline. And for the neckline, it can be on the back or in the front. So for this one, the fold is supposed to be like 5, but the last 2 are underneath, like around the tummy area. And this is so adequate or appropriate for people with big belly. Let me not say pot belly, big belly, or you are pregnant. You can use it as a maternity top, and it will still go, it will still be useful even when you're no longer pregnant, because it's not only for those who are pregnant. It's a very nice top. Okay, so without wasting time, let's begin today's class. Alright, so we're going to start by working on the front piece. The back pattern, we're going to use it the way it is. It doesn't really need adjustment, but for the front, we're going to put this is where the cowl neck will show, so we need to make an adjustment. Now you can go ahead and use your neckline as it is, or if you want a deeper neckline, you can make adjustment. This is a natural neckline, so I'm just going to dip the neckline a bit. And also your dart should remain. Don't cut out the darts. We're going to use it as an unstitched dart. So for me, I want to drop the neckline by like 1.5. But whatever you want the neckline to be, make sure that it's a little bit shorter than how do I put it? If you want, for instance, if you want your neckline, the finished neckline to be like 5 inches, you should make it the depth here should be like 4 inches, because by the time the folds are formed, it's going to increase the depth of the neckline. So I'm just going to drop it by 1.5 inch, which is here, and then the width, I want to increase it by 0.5 inch. You can take the whatever width or depth you want it to be. So I'm going to redraw the neckline. So this is my new neckline. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. The next thing is for you to decide the number of folds or drapes you want your top to have. If you want just a single drape, you just do 1 slash line. But for me, I want multiple drapes, so I'm going to divide these plates into like 6 or so. But I'm going to take 5 drapes. So I have like 12.5 inches here. So if I take 2 inches, just this is so that your drapes are formed equally. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I won't take the one that is lowest here, so that my drape doesn't come too low. So I'm just going to take the first 5. And on this side, I'm just going to try and make sure that I have an equal slash, or maybe similar, not exactly equal. It may not be equal, but at least it's similar, so that the drapes formed evenly. Okay. Okay, so these are my slash lines. So I'm going to have, by the time I'm done, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drapes. Okay, so from the center front here, I'm going to slash up to this part. Well, I'm not cutting it through, just slash. Then we're going to pick another pattern paper to place this on. We're going to spread it on another piece of paper, and I'm going to be making use of the edge here and the edge here. So I'm going to place the neckline. This is the neckline, the top part. I'm going to place it on the edge here at the top of the paper, touching the top of the paper like this. Okay, all right, and then I will make the I'm shifting this. Okay, and then I will make the waistline, the side here, to touch the other edge. Then this one, the slash within, I'll just arrange it evenly. Arrange the slash lines. Okay. Making sure that this one is lying flat. So really, okay. I don't know why this thing is removing. Okay, so I'm going to have something like this. Now I can redraw my pattern. I'm going to make use of this side like this, but I'll need to retrace the waistline. It's because I glued this thing to the table. Okay, this point here, this is the shoulder, and this is the armhole area, and this is the side, and here I have the waistline. So we're going to cut it out. Okay, so when you cut your pattern out, this is what you are going to have. So here is the shoulder area. You can see how curved the armhole is, because of by the time the drill starts falling, the armhole will pull up and it will be something like this. So we're going to cut our fabric now, and I'm going to use my fabric to face it. So I'm going to cut it together with the facing, and because this fabric is very light, I'm going to take it all the way to after the armhole area so that I can use it to turn the armhole. So I'm going to turn my fabric down by like 11 inches. I have 11 inches somewhere here, so I'm just going to turn it this way. Of course, I've checked the fabric. I know that I have enough. If you don't have enough fabric, or your fabric is not so light, you can just cut it normally, and instead of facing the top, you can just turn in the edge here. Okay, I'm going to place my pattern on top. This is the center front, and it will be on fold. Okay, trying to pin it down. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out my fabric, adding my seam allowance, 1/2 inch at the shoulder area, 1/4 inch at the armhole area, 1/2 inch at the side, 1/2 inch underneath. And you should notice your waist area, the waistline is not going to be a straight line, it's curved. Okay, just going to go ahead and cut. Okay, so we have our front pattern. So this is what it's going to look like. So this upper part here is the facing. So I can go ahead and stitch this part, but I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to try and attach. This is the tricky part. I don't know, maybe I should just tell you, for a beginner, to just go ahead and turn in your armhole, on both sides. For the beginner, it's in the midst, because how I'm going to explain may be a little bit somehow. So turn in the armhole area, then you turn it to the right side, this way. Okay, or if it's going to confuse you, you can cut your facing separately and join it the normal way we usually join. Then I've cut the back pattern. This is my back. Now I'm going to match up the shoulder area. Oh, sorry, this is the shoulder area here. This place that is on fold is our front, is the neckline. So here is the shoulder area. So this is the wrong side. So put this right side on right side, and attach your shoulder area here. Attach this at the shoulder area. Then for the back, I cut a facing also. I've cut a facing all the way to after the neckline, the armhole area too. So let me just show you so that in a less complicated way. So what we're going to do is put the facing also wrong side, right side on right side. Turn out the armhole. Let's finish so that you get what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just going to show you how a beginner can easily fix it. So the more experienced designer in the midst can use another method so that I don't confuse the beginners. After all, these classes is meant to be something a beginner can follow. So I'm going to pin it. Maybe in a more advanced class, I'll teach how to turn it more neatly. Okay? Then you turn the neckline also. Afterwards, you turn it to the right side. So you're going to have something like this. So let's put this on one side. Then we'll work on the front. Place it on top of each other. And stitch the armhole area. Okay, Then we'll also turn it to the right side. It's going to look like this. So let's quickly do that, then I'll show you. Okay, let me just, since we've turned it like this, it's going to look like this, then we'll place it together. Now, you know, this is the shoulder area that we have not joined. Pick the shoulder area with the front and stitch. Take this one also and stitch the shoulder area. Okay, let's quickly do that. All right, so I've joined the armhole, the neckline. This is the back part, and this is the front. I've joined the armhole. Remember to notch. Now for the beginner, like I said, just place the shoulder area together like this and stitch. But for the more experienced, or for the beginner who wants to try more, you can do this. As I'm placing it right side on right side, put your hand in the opening for the front. This is a more cleaner and better way to do it. Insert the back one inside like this, then flip it open. Match up the edges and the hem. I'm going to put it together like this and stitch. Make sure that it's not moving, and then that it aligns perfectly. Okay, then you stitch. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Then we'll place the side seams together. Place the side seam together and stitch. You know, when you flip it to the right side, this is what you're going to have. So the joining will not show. Then you can now place the sides together. This is the side. This is the side, and stitch with your 1/2 inch seam. And then you can stop there. But for me, I want to put, remember that there's a dart in the front that I did not take in. There's a dart at the back that is not taken in. I'm going to put a band. So for my band, and to increase the length of my top, I'm cutting 3 inches, and the abdomen area, that's where the blouse will be staying. So the measurement there is like 32 inches, and because this fabric is stretching, I'm just going to need like 28 inches. So by 3 inches, 28 by 6 inches, this is 7 inches, so that when I turn it like this, I have 3.5, and I use 1/2 inch to stitch. I have 3 inches, so that will add to the length of my top. So once the side is joined, this is how I'm going to stitch the band. I'm going to open it up, place it together like this, stitch the side, then I will open it up to form my band. I know some of you already know all this, but let's be patient because of those who are still just learning. So this is how your band will be. Then you stretch it to gather the waist area. So let's quickly do that, then you seal the result. Okay, so this is what it will look like after stitching. This is the back, and of course you may have to do a little bit more gather in front for you to fit this band, because it has more darts. And I know it's going to look something like this. And then the drapes, when you wear it, it's going to fall like this. And of course the drapes at the top will be more obvious than the down part. So basically that's it. We're done for today's episode of Inspired Moment with Jumoke. Thank you for joining. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any class. And if you're interested in more advanced teaching, don't forget to click the link under drop the link below to make inquiries about our online class. You can join from anywhere in the world. That's why we provided the class. So thank you for joining. See you next time. Bye.